Hello students, here I am going to discuss in this lecture today in continuation with chapter 7 structure organization in animals. We will be discussing muscle tissue today. So before I discuss the different types of muscular tissues which are present in our body, let us first segregate the types of muscles which are present. If we talk about types of muscles, we categorize it on the basis of whether they are controlled by our own will or they cannot be controlled by our own will. So, if the muscular control is under our wish, then it is voluntary muscle. If it is not under our control, it is not under our wish, but it is controlled obviously by our nervous system, but it is not under our wish, that is involuntary muscle. So if I want to move, like I want to walk, that is my wish. So that is voluntary action, voluntary muscles. But when the heart is pumping, I cannot control the pumping of heart. The muscles will be working by its own. So those will be involuntary muscles. Next category of muscles can be on the basis of the arrangement of proteins. Because muscles we know these are made up of proteins. So how these proteins are arranged? On that arrangement, the muscles can be striated muscles and unstriated muscles. Now what is this? If the protein arrangement is such that different striations, different stripes are there, like there is a dark band, a light band, according to the accumulation of the proteins, their arrangement. So then it is striated muscle. If such arrangements are not there, then it is unstriated. What I mean to say, suppose this is muscle and over here the proteins are here, then you can see this is dark band, this is the light portion, again dark band, light portion, dark band, light portion, like this. If this kind of situation is there, then it is a striated muscle. So keep in mind, when I am talking about the different types of muscles, it can be either voluntary or involuntary, striated or unstriated. So let us now look at the muscular tissue. What are the three major types which are present? One is skeletal muscles. Second is the smooth muscles. And third are the cardiac muscles. Let us first understand from the top. Skeletal means in our whole skeleton this is present. Whenever I am moving, you are moving your hand. Okay, I am writing on the board, movement is going on. So that is skeletal movement. Okay, when the whole skeleton muscles are present, that is skeletal muscle. Then smooth muscles. Smooth means it will give the contraction and relaxation of certain muscles. Like if I talk about food pipe, how the food will go from mouth to the food pipe and then to the stomach. So how it is passing through certain movements of muscles, their contraction and relaxation in the food pipe. Then coming to cardiac muscles. These are the muscles, cardiac. Word suggest we are talking about heart. So these muscles are present in heart. So location is clear. Skeletal muscles all over in the body in the skeleton. Then when we talk about smooth muscles, wherever contraction and relaxation is there, and cardiac muscles, they are present in the heart. Now let us look at that how we classify. Like I told you, voluntary and involuntary. So skeletal muscles, because it is under our control, these are voluntary muscles. Smooth muscles, again, if the food is moving through the food pipe, it is not under our control. So it is involuntary muscle. Then when we talk about cardiac muscles, again, the cardiac heart, we cannot control its contraction, relaxation. Again, that is involuntary muscle. So, on the basis of whether they are under our control or not, we have classified them now. Another was striations, arrangement of proteins. So, whether striations are present or not. Let me draw a skeletal muscle for you. If this is one thing I am drawing, this is the nucleus. First of all, it is multinucleated. Many nuclei are present. Okay, multiple nuclei. And this type of arrangement is there, where you will see some dark bands and some light bands are present. It is cylindrical in shape. These are the dark bands, and in between the white region are the light bands. So because these type of striations are present, these muscles are striated muscles. Next, let us look at smooth muscle. How they look like? They look like something like spindle shaped cells. This spindle shape is there. With one nucleus, these are uninucleate with muscle fibers, no striations, so it is a unstriated muscle. Next, let us look at the cardiac muscle. This is highly branched because such muscles, they don't want to get tired. Yes, if our heart muscles get tired, just imagine how the heart will pump them. Okay, so for this purpose, the structure is highly branched. And you can see it is uninucleate. Okay, one cell, uninucleate. Again, uninucleate, you can see. These are the different cells. And there are these striations which are present. These striations means this is a striated muscle. All over it is present. All over in the cell. Like these striations will be present. Now, let us see that the structure by skeletal muscle is cylindrical, smooth muscles are spindle shaped, and cardiac muscles are branched. Then, when we talk about striations, these skeletal muscles and cardiac are striated, smooth muscle is unstriated. Now, lastly, let us talk about nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is present in the brain, and some of the neurons are also present in the spinal cord. Now let us understand the structure of a nerve cell. Nervous tissue or neural tissue, it will compose of different neurons or different nerve cells. Now how this nerve cell looks like? It is kind of a star shape like this. Okay, and then one very long kind of this process is present, which is ending like this, and some cover is also there onto this long process which is there. Over this end there are another processes like this, another processes here also which will receive the impulse. What is impulse? Any action which is performed. That impulse, it will here through these it will reach. Okay, and then there is the nucleus and the cell body. So let us look at it one by one. Whatever signal is there, whatever impulse is there, this dendrite will receive it. It will receive it. Next, it will pass on to this cytoplasm, and it will pass through this very long process. This is called as axon. These endings are called as axon terminal or nerve endings. Now on this axon there are this sheath which is present. This sheath is called as myelin sheath that helps in the electrical conductivity. What is electrical conductivity? The passage of ions which will initiate the stimulus, which will help in passing the stimulus messages. And inside this myelin sheath there are cells which are going to synthesize the myelin sheath. Those are Schwann cells. So take home messages, dendrites will receive the stimulus signal. It will pass on from the axon, which is a long process, to the other different neurons through the nerve endings. And these are the myelin sheaths which will help in the conductivity of this impulse. And the Schwann cells will form the myelin sheath.